Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Higgins. I represent the capital city of the Republic of Ireland, or the former Republic perhaps at this stage, in the European Parliament. This morning, the Commissioner for Economic and Monetary Affairs, Mr. Olli Rehn, held a meeting with Irish members of the European Parliament. I walked out of that meeting in protest at Commissioner Rehn insisting that any information he gave was confidential and could not be disclosed publicly. This was an outrageous condition to place on elected representatives, more especially in view of the persistent misinformation and lies told to the Irish people by the Irish government in the last weeks concerning the EU IMF intervention in the economy and in politics. The EU Commission, the IMF and the European Central Bank are acting as agents for international speculators in the financial markets in demanding that the Irish working class pay for the tens of billions that these speculators gambled in property deals in Ireland. Now, last night, in the chamber of the European Parliament here in Strasbourg, I asked the President of the European Central Bank, Jean-Claude Trichet, who was present, to justify the following: why Irish working people should have their living standards and public services savaged to pay for tens of billions of toxic loans given by private speculators to private property developers and private bankers in Ireland in private deals, which had nothing to do with the Irish people. And the President of the European Central Bank refused to respond, because there is no moral justification for this. Now, the EU, the IMF and the ECB are in full capitulation to the dictatorship of the financial markets. In the lunchtime news today, the speculation now is that Portugal and Spain are next in line as the speculators move to attack their standing within the European Union, so that the insatiable greed for profit by these agents in the market is now driving this speculation. And they speak about contagion as if this crisis was caused by a natural disease. The contagion, in fact, is a man-made virus created by speculators in the financial markets to prevent their toxic bonds being burned and to reap more profits. And it's absolutely outrageous that the EU Commission, the IMF and the European Central Bank are spreading the contagion by capitulating to the demands of the marketeers. Now, I've finished, Chairman, with two messages. The IMF bailout means for the Irish working people privatisation, cuts and unemployment. In other words, an absolute disaster that will cause further crisis in the economy. The only way to end this is to end the dictatorship of the financial markets by bringing the financial institutions of Ireland and Europe into public ownership and democratic control, so that we invest for people and to put millions of Europeans back to work, and not for the profits and the greed of faceless speculators in the markets. My last message is that the Irish people will have a major mobilisation on Saturday called by the trade union movement in Dublin. They have to begin a process of mobilising people power in opposition to this disastrous course of action. Thank you very much.